I mean, let's start with X-Men, because obviously a massive franchise, beloved by people of all ages all around the world. What did it mean for you to be a part of that? And then particularly, yeah.
Oh, it was wonderful. It was great. I had done a film with Ian and Bryan called Apt Pupil, and nobody had really made their mark yet. And I said to Bryan, well, if you ever get a great project, give me a call. I say that to every director I work with. But he called, and I was very lucky to be part of that right at the beginning.
It's often credited with being the film that really transformed not just the opinion of Hollywood studios, but the public's opinion on what a comic book movie could be. Again, I mean, why do you think that was the sort of seen as the watershed film for the genre?
Bryan Singer. That's why. I mean, every frame of that film was created through other people. I mean, he certainly had a lot of collaboration, but he was the vision behind it. And more important than anything else, X-Men was about a human dilemma and masquerading as certain things, and you cared about the characters more than the special effects or the comic books or anything else. You know, things always have a tendency to, filigree off into special effects and things, but the special effects were not what made that picture successful. The characters that you cared about were the ones that made it successful.
The heart of a story, which had a lot of spectacle and a lot of action, with some very powerful messages. I mean, particularly like obviously your character was very central to this metaphor of the reaction to mutants and the way in which that can be paralleled with real life prejudices and discrimination and fear and intolerance.
Yeah, what happens when somebody can walk into your bedroom or into your bank vault? What happens when they get angry at you on the freeway and blow up your car? This is a real fear. And in the second one, I think Bryan was really reaching a lot of people when, he had one mother say to her mutant son, "Have you tried not being a mutant?"
What do you think distinguishes him as a director? What makes him such a unique talent behind the camera?
He reminds me of Spielberg a lot. He's brilliant. He has a wonderful sense of character and story, and he's brilliant. He's a brilliant guy. He really is. Not always the best at communicating to you exactly what he wants, but he'll end up finally getting exactly what he wants, and then you get it, and you understand too what he's trying to do. And he's a wonderful director and a great guy too, really.
Fans often ask about melting. Your character went through a somewhat gelatinous phase in the first film. Can you talk a little bit about those scenes? I mean, I'd imagine some interesting moments covered in gloop and gel and all other kind of things.
Yeah, very miserable, very miserable. And my son, who was 5 at the time, was not appreciative of it at all. He said, "You don't have any powers, you just melt." He said, "You don't even have any legs in your action figure. I have to put it in a cup to stand it up. So why can't you have claws or, be strong like Sabretooth?" He was not impressed.
Of course, I mean, in the second film, you were Senator Kelly, but you were Mystique as Senator Kelly. So was that a different experience? And how do you approach a character like that where you're, really playing a completely different character in a sense?
I walk with my knees together.